All right, what is going on, cravers? In today's video we are going to be learning how to do your own dashboard for your planner setup. So if that's something that you are so interested in, then continue watching. Alrighty, so introduced to you, this is one of my very favorites. This is a Notique brand divider setup, a binder setup, should I say. We're doing dividers, so if you're wanting to learn how to do frosted dividers for your planners, showing you guys how we're going to complete and how do you want to manage. Now today's video, I just want to tell you guys, we're going to be using an example of, this is a B6. I absolutely love my B6, and if you have a different size, maybe an A5, maybe a pocket, maybe or so, then you can use the same exact things. Now in the materials, what you'll need today is, since we're using these dividers, I had already created some, but I want to make some new ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out. I know I need to not keep on doing that, but this is the frosted divider that I'm saying. It has a very light, as you can see, you see the bow, maybe. This is very light. So what I've decided that I wanted to darken up the image some. Now, if you are not looking to do a pattern type translucent frosted divider, you can skip this step, but for those that do want to see this step, please continue watching. So at this time, I have my iPad, and I'm just going to show you guys really quick. I use Procreate for my images. This bad boy is ready to die, so hold on 1 second. So what I'm going to do is go to the image that actually I'm looking for. 1 second, I gotta find it. Okay, so really quick, depending on what you want to do, I have the bow series is what I have, very similar to the washi tape that is available in my shop. So what I'm going to do is use the same image that I used for the washi, and I also have sticky notes. I'm going to use that image. So this time what I'm going to do is bring this up. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Now this is okay, but I think I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to add in a hue. Let me see, how do I want to darken this up? Like, make the colors a lot more bolder so that way it really shows. I know that it has, but what happened is, what I'm going to do is print this image onto the transparent vellum. And this vellum I received from, I'm sorry guys for the noise, this vellum is a very translucent type paper, very thick, very sturdy. This is what I'm going to be using to print this image onto this, and I actually need 3 of those. So 1, 2, 3. So today's video we're going to be using this vellum, and we also will be using Cricut as our demonstration for today, so that way you guys can figure how you want to. I'm not very savvy when it gets to silhouette. I don't have a silhouette, so I do apologize for those that actually have a silhouette. But what I'm going to do here is save it as a PNG, and I'm going to actually go straight to print. That way I don't have to save anything. Go to the printer. See if it finds my printer. Is it on? It's not even on. Oh boy. Okay, so soon as my printer turns on, I think that's most important, we will come back to this. Okay, now that the printer is set, now I'm ready to print. So we're going to go ahead and print that. And I need to show you, if you're going to print on vellum, please understand that do not let the printer, well, this is how my printer is, the ink will still be a little wet when you print, so make sure that you take each page off before the new page sets. Alright, so as this is printing, you want to make sure that you grab each page off before the next page print, because it can mess up, because vellum, it does take a little minute to dry, especially for my printer. So if you don't have problems with that, that's fine. But this is an inkjet, so this is what it's looking like. Okay, so this is what this is looking like. It's not bad. I didn't want something that's too bold, but I like it to where you can still see what it looks like. It's a lot better than what I had originally. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually print off. So I said if you print it all three together, then make sure that you take them off so that way you don't rub against each other. Because I've been having, bleeding issues. So this is one, and I'm gonna show you guys how we do this, but I'm gonna print the other two, and we're gonna just go from there. Alrighty, so right now you should be in Cricut, and you should know the dimensions that you would like your project to be, your dashboards. So with your dashboards right now, as an example, I went and just got a regular square, and the size that I'm making, since I'm working with a B6, I'm doing a 5x7, and that will be one layer. Now going forward, if you want to do another square where you can make your tabs, that is totally up to you. In this case, I like my rounded tabs, or if you want the full thing to be rounded out, that's totally up to you, but I use this square that's in the images in design space. Click on that, and I have my image here. So now remember, be careful on how you want to. If you like your tabs touching the outside of your planners, that's totally up to you. Me, I do not want to see it. I don't want to see it. Only thing I want to see is if I have a pen holder, that's what I want to see to hang out the side. In this case, 5x7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect. So altogether, this full image is a 5x2. So I'm going to keep this at a 5x2 because I know that with my planner, 5x2 is not bad. Usually with my dashboards, for non-tab dashboards, I would do a 5.3x7. That's what I would do for my non-tab. But in this case, I want to do a 5x2. So once you get your tab together here, leave it at top. Right now, you do want to make it into a cut. So just a cut. You see how everything is actually a cut? We're going to get down here in a second. But once you get all of this together, what I usually do is I weld this together. Attaching it will cut this little piece out and this piece out, and flattening it, you can actually do the flattening tool. It's not a problem. That way you could still see, but me, I like to weld. So if you want to do flatten, that's totally up to you. Me, I want to weld. So if you like color coordinating, trying to figure out which is what, that's totally up to you. So in this case, I like to weld. So that way I could definitely see, look, it's a whole tab. So either way, weld as long as they all are undercut. Now you see how this is a cut and print. You don't want that. So we just want this to be a cut. If you do see print and cut here, then that's when you know, or like, okay, this square too, this should be a cut. You see how that is? This is why I went ahead, hold on. Let's go back, hold on. Totally messed that up. Okay, just keep it as, for my past ones I did flatten, I'm sorry. So if you do this way, it does the whole entire image, but you see it says print and cut. In this case, that's why I did not want to do the flattening tool. So in this case, this is why I ended up doing the weld tool. Okay, you see how these two images, this image has, I don't know why, 2 layers. One's not showing. So that's what the problem is. Okay, so now when you weld, there you go. I was wondering what was going on for a second. All right, so once you have your image together, and this is definitely not right, but once you have your image together, and this is you don't have to do this first. Measure out how you want your tabs to look. Once you measure how your tabs are going to look, you make sure that you get them all together, and that way you'll know how you want them all to look when you put them in your planner. So you see how this needs to be a little bit more widened? Okay, once you get all of your images together, we're going to do the ones that for mine, what I did was I left a little bit at the top, and I have my dashboard. So this is 1, this is 2. I have them all with the eye. So you click this eyeball, it makes it visible. So this is what mine will look like, and I do not mind it. If you do this, and let's say maybe I want them to be a little bit, like when I say the 5.2, you can do the 5.2. Make sure this layer is unlocked. 5.2. This is for my dashboard. This is what I'm doing for my dashboards. So after you get all of your tabs together, you're going to want to attach them to a bigger square and attach them as you go. Of course, make sure that it's how you want it to look. And once you get all of your layers together, then that's when you know you are ready to go ahead. Now remember, I weld all of these together. So once you get them all together, then now it's time to do the cut. And I'm going to show you how to do the cut with the transparent paper. The vellum is what they call it, vellum, transparent vellum. So what we're going to do the very first one, the top one. So we're going to eliminate these two so we can see this one. You're going to make it. What I like about Cricut, the newest update, is you have an option to move your shape wherever on the mat so you can get the actual part that you want cut out. So I'm going to show you guys where I want this. So this is how you know for sure where you want things to cut out at. So when you have your Cricut mat, you can put this however you want, but let's say if I do it the regular how I want to, and there is part of this that I want to cut out. Let's say I wanted to cut, we'll say 2. So I can start it, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I wanted to do is cut in this area, in this range, because I want this bolded image with the faded image included. If I wanted it right here, it still would have worked, but it would have cut out so much of this. So that's why it's nice that you can move your shape wherever you want to, for wherever on the mat, so that way it cuts out just that part on the mat. So that's why I say you can move your image anywhere you want. So I'm going to start it at 2, and it's going to be 2 all the way to like 7 or so. So this is the area that I want it to cut out at. So if you have a pattern and you want a certain part of the pattern, like you might like how the pattern look over here versus there, like how I like this part right here versus starting here and just ending here. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to continue with the Cricut and show you guys how to get this going. Okay, and we are back. So as I said before, we're going to move this over to 2, and my paper on the mat goes all the way to the end of 8. So what I want to do is do here and do 2 to like 7. So like we'll just put it on a 2, and we're going to continue. You're going to select what device you want. I have 3 Cricuts, so right now we're going to do Halo. This is Halo. So once Halo comes up, it will give you the different options on how you want to, what material is it, so that way you can do your accurate cut. So one thing I'd have noticed that right now, with the Cricut updates, they're still updating some things, and my saved favorites are not showing up here, so I just have to click which one is which. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to go set the Cricut to, usually it really depends on what you want to set it to. Sometimes I set it on cardstock, which this is not cardstock. Sometimes I know people say paper, but this paper is a little bit thicker, so what I do is actual vinyl. So either way, it really depends. I set mine on cardstock just so I can make sure this bad boy prints out or cuts out. So if you have a pressure setting that you actually know will work to cut this out, then use that, not a problem. Sometimes if you might have to run it through twice, you can, but right now I'm going to set it to cardstock. So as you can see now, it has changed to cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and put my image on the Cricut so that way it can cut the image out. Alrighty, so now that I have it on cardstock here, and here's the image, all I got to do is press this button and it will cut out that image. Alright, so as you can see, when you peel this, it will reveal to you your whole dashboard. So this is my first one. If I can just get it up. Usually you'll bend it down so that way you can pull off the rest. So I can't do this with one hand. Hold on. So just take this off. Hold on one second. Alright, so here is the very first one, and we're going to go ahead and do the other two. Alright, so now you have completed the first one. Then we're going to go ahead and do the other two. I'm just going to use one Cricut today. Usually I'll have like 3 of these Cricut screens up the design space, but in this case I'm just going to press finished. It's going to take you back to the image. Now remind you, you have this one as being shown at the moment. Click the eyeball and all of them are all hidden. So you're going to do the next one, which is this one. And same thing, make it. And once again, I want it to be at the same level, so we move this at 2. Press continue, select your Cricut. It will find your Cricut is already set on cardstock, so you're okay. Get your paper and do the same thing. Alrighty, so here is the final result. These are going to be my new dashboards now. So I did come across a couple little snags that happened. I don't know, it just got caught. I just had to, fix it up, and I am not restarting this, so it's okay. So after we got all of this together, this is all good to go. Now from Amazon, my laminator does 3 and 5. So I know mLs, and I know, actually I've been told it can do 10. So it's totally up to you how thick you want your sheets to be, but this is the laminator sheets I got off Amazon. I'll try to link that down below as well so you guys know where to get them. And what I'm going to do is this one first. So I got 3 laminator sheets, and you know what, that one has like a huge fingerprint right here. Yeah, we're not going to do that one. So I'm going to move this over as best I can. So this will be 1. And yep, you just put them all individually into these laminator sheets. So here's 2. And here is the last one. All right, so you got all of these together, and we're gonna run these through the laminator. Once is okay, but I'm gonna do mine twice each. So that way I can get them all together, and then we're going to cut them down to the size I need it, and we'll do it that way. Alrighty, so now that we have all of your laminated sheets together, like I said, if you do not own a Cricut or a cut machine, you can skip this step if you know exactly how you want to do your own sheets by hand. That is totally up to you. That is an option, but I would definitely encourage to get a laminator and laminator sheets. This is a 5 ml sheet, so that's what I am using. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut with this bad boy, and I don't want to cut too close to the indentation line. There's a line here that you do not want to cut, so I want to cut above that. But what I'm going to do for here with the tab is I'm going to cut here, and then I will kind of cut up here too, but then I will just round the corners with some scissors. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do this. Alrighty, so now that we got our lovely little dashboards together, it's pretty cool. You get them in order. So what they look like, I find it to be a little bit better than the other ones that were in here. So let's take a look at those. And you're gonna see the difference. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna see the difference. So I already see it already, but yep, here we go. I know I need to stop opening and closing, and that's the thing too about these tabs is you can make I made 3 because it's only 3 categories that I have. So these are the original ones that I have created. As you can see, they're more like a dim. I mean, they're still good, but it's just they're very dim. So I had to change them out for these. So see how these look a lot more, you know, fit with the style, the color, the planner versus these. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this all together. So right now, what I'm using is this Work Lion hole punch here. I know it's like a little dusty, but it comes with the different sizes. So you'll have the millimeters. So if you know what millimeter size you need, then use that, you know what I'm saying? So I used to first didn't know what these are, but if you know the spacing for the holes, then you'll know, you know, with this. So this worked out way better than the other one, and I cannot think of the name of that one. It just didn't work out for me. So right now I have it already set for 51 millimeters. So I have the lines at 51 millimeters spacing, and what I'm gonna do is I try to even out as best as I can, and once I get that together, I'm just gonna go ahead and punch it. So that's one. There's one there. 2, and then 3. Okay, so now that we have those together, you can, if you don't want to keep opening your, I need to stop doing this, you can put slits into them, so that way you don't have to keep on opening up your rings, because after you keep opening them up many times, they get loose and then they don't want to close, or they start gapping in between. So that's why we do this. If you absolutely have to open it, that's when you absolutely have to. But to keep the planner from wearing down, I would say do this. All right, so that way now I'm going in. So this is a little pouch that I have in here that will be available in my shop. I actually got 2 sizes for this pouch, and this is the divider that I created, 2 different colors, as you can see with my washi tapes that I have. So this is available in my shop. Well, the washi tape, this I just made on a whim so I could add a little bit more, you know, my style to it. There it goes. Okay, so the first part of this is the reason why I did 3 tabs, was just for the monthly overview. So yeah, so all the way to the craziest thing, and I did not even, to be honest, for real, I did not even say there's no 12 in here. So I guess for next year I will do the 12, and I don't know if there's 12. Yes, there is. It goes all the way back to, this goes all the way to January, I think. Yeah, 22. So I know I didn't complain about it, so it's fine. We're going to keep this at November. Probably by that time I will be adding it for the others. So yeah, wait. Okay, I'm doing this wrong. Wait a minute. This is supposed to be here. So you just put that in there. Boom. Now you see how the tabs stick out some? That is what you want, because when you close it, and we will close it, but once I get all these in, okay, then we're going to start the middle one here. See, not so much out. And then the last one is going after, I don't know how I had this, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I think I had it like at, I think I had about like halfway, like 6 months away. Yeah, so June is my birth month, so we're gonna do June 7, June. Okay, I'm gonna do it here. Or however you want to, however you want to get this or put this in. I can put this at the last tab if I need to. So now when I close, you see how there's still space here? This is what I'm saying. When you close your planner, you don't want all of, oh, there go my pen. You don't want all of that sticking out at the edge, just coming out like right here. And you'll be like, oh my God, like I don't want to see it. When I close this, I don't want to see the tabs. Like I said, the only thing I should see is this pen. So yeah, that is what it, sorry about that. That is what it looks like. And when you open it, I know it's kind of hard to see because right now I can cut this dashboard a little bit more right here because it's like really, I just didn't want, I don't know, I'm not big on things just broad showing out all like that. I know where everything is, so if you want it to go out a little more, like I said, you can make more room for that. That is totally up to you. But just like I said, be mindful on how this closes because everything moves when it closes. So I know I keep doing that. Alrighty, let me put this in here. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I know this is probably, I haven't done a tutorial in a while. And I need to get back into my tutorials. So hopefully we'll see. But I hope that everybody have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. And I will see you in either a studio vlog or in the next tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.